So tonight's gonna be a whole thing. Wait, hold on. Let me check something. Because I know there was like a whole thing about my sound last night. La 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 la. Okay, hopefully it should be good this time. It's set to the same level it was last night after I fixed it, so hopefully that works for you guys. If it doesn't, I can always fix it. Okay. Let me see. Let me make sure we're all good on all different fronts here. That does not need to be on. How's the webcam? Webcam looks like it's in place. Excellent. Okay, yeah, looks like we're good to go for once, which is genuinely astounding. So let's click the button. Let's fucking go. Hope y'all enjoyed the theme song because let me tell you, it's gonna be a hell of a case tonight. All right.
Dangan Ronpa.
Oh look, it's Ibuki, who's dead now. Okay. So let's immediately hop in here. We got a new skill, so we better use that. Silver Spoon. Reduce damage to the influence gauge when you miss. Yes. Please, for fuck's sake, let's use that. Okay. So let's review some of the evidence. The victim is Nagito Kaneda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. Why is this still so loud? The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed into his stomach, but there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Notice how at no point did it say that the cause of death was any of these. There's a reason for that, I believe. Yo, Panda, what up? 50, glad to see you in here. I've got theories. I think I've pretty much figured out how he died. I just need to figure out who killed him. The rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm burned off. Over Nagito's right sleeve still looked clean. I haven't quite figured out why that is yet. Survival knife that was stabbed into Nagito's right hand. The knife is from a military base. it's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and arm are caused by this knife. Okay. So we're gonna get back to the blood on the left hand thing. Blood was splattered on the palm of Nagito's left hand. For some reason, the splatter cuts off in the middle of his palm. Also, the back of his left hand has an unnatural blood stain that's only above the middle joints of his fingers. As, like, he was grabbed on, like he was holding on to something. Which, if we review... Yes. This, right? A spear impaled through Nagito's stomach. A cord with an iron weight at the end extends from the back of the handle. For some reason, only the section where the cord and weight touch is bloody. There is a section, right, where they specifically mentioned that is about the size of a fist. That is untouched by blood. So if we combine that with this knowledge, we can assume that Nagito was probably holding on to it. I still haven't figured out how the plushie measures into all of this. This, I think, signifies that the spear was being held up and that Nagito may have been put in a position where he was holding up the spear by holding onto the cord with the weight. I think this signifies that when the door opened, these were knocked over and then kicked over onto the lighter. This was, of course, just... I think this was mainly used just to cover up any noise. So, okay. Here's what I'm thinking, right? The Monokuma panels created a domino effect, which eventually landed on the lighter. Okay? And once the fire started... This is like the main point. This rope burned. For some reason, that rope is significant to the setup of the spear being up here. I think. I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on that. Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake, however, he never revealed that fact to anyone. These might have been planted there, but I'm not entirely sure. Poison found inside the refrigerator in Nagito's cottage. I'm gonna quote you on it. Quote me on what? Oh, I said don't quote me on something. I don't remember what it was. Okay, the warning label on the back says this enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air, which means it would sink down to the floor, right? Which makes me think that Nagito was poisoned. I think he was poisoned, and that's why he was put on the floor like that. I think that when he was poisoned, he would have let go of the rope, or the cord, and that spear would have impaled him, making it look like that would be the killing blow, but I think the poison was it. Breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. I think Nagito might have been an accomplice in this. The only reason why is because the poison and the gas mask were in his room. But that could have been a plant. But where else would we have gotten the poison? Well, I'm pretty sure the poison came from the octagon. I don't think there's anywhere else it would have come from. Fuck. Yeah, no, that makes sense, because there were refrigerators in the octagon, too. Okay, that makes sense. Nagito would probably be the only person with access to that. It's so hard to predict who the killer is. Okay, so then let's think about this, right? Let's think about this. Who potentially could have done it? Fuyuhiko is pretty high on the suspicion list because he would have technically been at the island by himself. The only reason I say technically is because Sonia was also there at the military base. There's some suspicion of Kazuichi because he's saying that he's never been to the military base before, but I don't feel like that's true. The torture marks kind of make me think Akane, but I'm not 100% sure. Fuck, it's such a difficult case. I don't think it's Akane. And honestly, I don't think it's Fuyuhiko either. The way Nagito was tied up, even if he was involved, there's no way that it's a suicide. There's just no fucking way, the way he was tied up. So that leaves these three. Sonia's the most obvious choice, but because of that, I want to think it's not her. Fuck, what are the chances that it's Chiaki? Like, literally, what are the chances that it's Chiaki? And I fucking hate to think that it is. Like, I really, really don't want to think that it's her. But considering how she acted, at the bomb defusal site, or at the bomb site, I kind of think she might be the traitor. I think she might have immediately put her card up there to see if she was the traitor. Well, if she knew she was the traitor, that could have been her calling a bluff by Nagito. I don't know, it's a whole fucking thing. I gotta make a prediction though. Fuck. Fuck. 50 tips. Yo, 50. How's my logic so far in all this? Don't tell me if I've gotten like specific things right. Just tell me if I sound like I'm on the right path. If you're still there, that is. Okay, recap my guess. I think somebody took Nagito up on his offer to help someone escape, basically. I think somebody took Nagito on his offer to be the murdered person. I don't know who. I think Fuyuhiko is suspicious because of the time frame that this probably would have taken place. I think Sonia's the most obvious, which makes her unlikely. I think she's probably being framed. I don't think Akane did it because this is a little over her head. The way I see the murder taking place is that when Akane kicked the door down, the cardboard Monokumas fell over in a domino effect onto the lighter, which then caused a fire in the warehouse. At some point during all of that, or possibly even before, poison was used to kill Nagito by vaporizing it, and he would then ingest it while he was on the ground as it was heavier than air. He was holding, before he died, he was holding the weighted end of the spear, the weighted cord of the spear. And that, when he died, he would of course let go, and that would be used as a cover-up. I can't really explain the stabs in his thighs, and I can't entirely explain the cuts into his arm or the knife in his hand. But I feel like I'm solid. I feel like I'm on the right track. At this moment, I think it's either Chiaki or Kazuichi. And then Nagito was an accomplice to his own murder. What do you think, 50? Because I've been pouring over this as much as I can all day while I was at work. It's been rough, dude. God, I hate to say it, but I think it might be Chiaki. Oh, I fucking hate to say it. Oh, fuck me. Alright, I'm gonna say this. My top suspect is Chiaki. God, and I really don't want it to be. No. No. Because if I think Chiaki is the traitor, then it doesn't make sense that she would work with Nagito. Nagito wouldn't have gone through with this plan. You're on the right track? Okay. Because all Nagito wanted was to expose the traitor. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, final guess is that it was Kazuichi. And I know that's probably wrong, but I'm really just hoping it's not Chiaki.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong
You sure
person...
about that? No! No, I just don't want it to be Chiaki. Fuck. I just really don't want it to be Chiaki.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
It doesn't make a lot of sense for it to be Kazuichi. And if Chiaki's the traitor, it doesn't make it much sense for it to be her either. Fuck, I have no idea.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Okay, this is interesting.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all.
Fuck. I might make another guess here when we get to the midpoint.
The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or...
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up.
Is it though?
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone. The
killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so, the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Fuck.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's... I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Fuck.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so, the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Fuck.
The killer didn't... I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I thought I could contradict it.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so, the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Fuck, what am I missing?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito. The killer didn't tape... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer...
So that's why...
What were they trying to... Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so,
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Fuck me.
The killer didn't tape... I'm telling you, they were...
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
so that's why he...
What were they trying to... Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so,
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Damn it!
Jesus, I'm just getting
The killer
wrecked.
didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Apparently, I'm just incredibly goddamn dense.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Jesus, we're starting off strong, aren't we?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Did I, though?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Alright.
Crap! Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about...
I have got a song request that is absolutely necessary to be played. I'll hear out what you
Then,
have.
after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito.
Ink, you know better. You know better than to post links all willy-nilly.
And got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Nope.
Pay attention. This first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Nope, that wasn't it either. And I'm still not a mod.
Crap!
Yeah.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys.
Alright.
Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Oh, great.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was... You obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to...
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
What am I missing here?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Jesus, I'm getting
Like you said, Nagito's mouth was taped. You obviously assume he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down! But if you tape his mouth how is he supposed to...
Pay attention. This first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, Pay attention. This is first. The killer tortured Nagito and got information about. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
I have no idea. Check Discord. Alright, I'll check Discord because I'm clearly not making any progress at the moment. I'll take a really quick look. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to play it. Yeah, I don't know the song, so I'm not going to play it. Not to be a dick, but I'm not going to just play some random song, though. It's actually a really good song for self-esteem. It might be, but...
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
It's by Ninja Sex Party, aka the guy from Game Grumps. Oh, nice.
Pay attention, this
Didn't
is
know he had a
first,
band.
the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
What the fuck am I missing?
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tore and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Crap! Pay attention, this
Seriously,
is how it went down.
What the fuck am I missing?
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
I literally have no idea what the fuck I'm missing here.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him... Damn it!
I failed. Jesus fuck. We're not even an hour into the stream and I am just completely fucked. Phenomenal.
This is my hour.
Yeah, I've got to retry.
We'll never give up.
Just watch it. You will absolutely not be disappointed. I'll watch it later. I'm not gonna watch it right now. Seriously, what the fuck am I missing?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to...
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Pay attention, this is... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
I do not. Can somebody give me a fucking hint? I'm losing my goddamn mind over here.
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this... First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location. Pay attention, this... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close thanks to me. You guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how... First, the kill and got information. Then, after they killed him...
Fuck me.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Crap! Pay attention, this is how... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Damn, you're really stuck, aren't you? Yes!
Crap!
Do you see
Pay
that I'm
attention,
literally
this is how
just
it went
cycling
down.
through
First,
shit at
the
this
killer
point?
tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
BRB in like 5 minutes. We'll probably still fucking be here.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Jesus!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down! But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to...
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then...
Allow me to cut through those words!
Are you fucking serious? I got it on a fucking fluke?
There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
I swear I tried duct tape on the second statement before, but okay. Fuck me.
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the...
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Yep.
Can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that?
Actually, no, it was to set off the whole thing, theoretically.
When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Except
Yeah.
Sonia.
And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started
It's so
burning
catchy,
from
Panda.
the very
I'm
back.
sure it is.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Yes,
Some kind
exactly.
of setup? Like what? I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Into the fire, they're right. We need to clear that up first. Well, that would be the lighter.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
Nope. Okay, apparently not.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at
The killer used some kind of... He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
The direct cause of the
Alright,
oil
maybe I
lighter
should
found
The killer used
let
some... He
this
lit
go
the
a little
curtain on...
further.
some kind of setup?
Oh, maybe I should also try and heal.
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter. Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
Bingo.
I agree with that.
Always let it run through once. I know.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Yup.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yep.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Or hear them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
I see!
I got it! Okay, now we're on a roll.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yep. Inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. And that darkness allowed hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? It's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. It's a trap. Just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly?
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
That's right.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see the problem Chiaki's talking about is... the killer couldn't have
I
left.
see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Except for Sonia.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Oh wait, no, Sonia was there.
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
Somebody took him up on
He
his
was
offer.
the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
Not entirely, more like a oddly assisted murder.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Yes,
Even for a
valid
creep like
point.
Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
He wasn't.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like I said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
What?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
I don't know why I did that. Like, clearly that wasn't gonna work.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were...
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself. Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obvious.
Tying just the legs is... Tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use...
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Fuck. Okay, so it's not that.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself. To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible!
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Fuck, what am I missing here? For fuck's sake.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with... It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually
Tie up your own arms and legs.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail. Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
What am I missing? God damn, we were doing so good for
To
a
actually
second.
tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up, that's obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible.
How about if you use your teeth?
Well, I'm about to fucking lose again.
To actually tie up, that's...
Amazing. Fuck me.
We will never give up!
Damn, Panda, I know. 50, I am fucking up over here, man.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up, that's
I have
obvious.
a really
Tying just
weird
the leg,
idea.
tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Alright, nope, that didn't work.
Crap.
Let me run
To
through this
actually
one time
tie
and
up,
see what he
that's
says at
obvious.
the
Tying
end.
just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible.
How about if you... Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Maybe?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Damn, 50, do you know what I'm supposed to do?
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay, 50, I am free for a hint if you want to pass that along over to me. I'm getting wrecked over here, and I'm not trying to fail 3 times, twice on the same thing. Jesus, I'm getting fucking obliterated. Burned rope. Okay.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No, that's wrong.
Fuck me. Okay, thank you.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Is there? Oh yeah, his right sleeve.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right?
Thank you, 50.
He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
I appreciate the offer. Now is really not the time.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
I'm a little concerned about your position on that, Sonia, but okay.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
I didn't give you one in the first place. Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the hell?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
There's definitely an answer for this. Oh god, it's Hangman's Gambit, isn't it? Oh, thank you.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
No.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Fuck.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Okay.
Even if Nagito's right hand was... How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Alright, I gotta let this
Is he
play
a
out.
throwing knife expert?
I'm being dumb over here.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right...
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
The Monokuma plushie?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
No.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yes!
I agree with that.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
Oh wow, this might actually be a suicide.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
What the fuck are you on
After
about?
stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do
Fair.
you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
No, God, no.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Wait for it.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
God damn it, guys.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Thank you, Fuyuhiko.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
No.
Monami sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are
Yeah.
you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
Sleepy
No
waifu
matter
for the
how
win.
many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
Yes.
I also want to believe that there's no killer. But suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
Yes, just because of his disposition.
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
Yep.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Yep.
Everyone working together.
Alright, we made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Even now.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's go. This case is not gonna break me, although it's been trying really fucking hard.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What do you say?
I know guys have tails. They get hard when they get...
The blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's wrong. Hold on.
Panda
It's still
just-
too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
Yup.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
I see!
It was gripping.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Now that you
Correct.
mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
I'm really concerned about you, Akane.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. However,
gripping the cord.
what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
I see.
Okay, we're making some
That's
progress.
it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh?
Okay,
And then
yep.
the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Nope, he had it suspended over the girder.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord, extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a
True.
time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was, got it. Is this gonna be a logic drive? Or dive? Yes. Nice. 2, 1, go! Alright. Question 1. Where was the spear just before it impaled? Oh, fuck. Alright. What is that? Okay. Question 2. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? Actually, we don't even have to move. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh no! Oh, wow! How did I fucking pull that off? Alright, question 3. Damn, that would have been so nice if I made that.
It's all coming together.
There we go.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
No, he actually had ESPN.
That'd be awesome, but
I apologize for that joke.
probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
Yep.
So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was.
Okay, making progress. Yes, finally,
Why did the
right?
killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide?
No, I don't believe that for a second.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
No, that's not his
By
MO.
committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
No, it wasn't.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. Completely underestimated his capacity for malice. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I've forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So
No.
why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
No,
Yeah,
this isn't
it appears
him.
we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
No.
What? You're not satisfied yet?
It's too easy.
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
No, there's gotta be something else.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something he couldn't mess with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with. Fuck. I thought maybe it was the poison. Alright, what are the chances it's Monami's notebook? Didn't think so. I figured I'd just throw it out there. Oh wait, no, he could have messed with that. God damn it. Is it the Monokuma file?
I see!
Fuck me, I should have said that first.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Kameda. The body was discovered in the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple wounds on each of his sides. There's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. This is part of the time. Is my immediate guess. Okay. Holy fuck. Oh, cause? There we go. This one is wrecking me. Jesus.
I got it!
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
That's right. Only there's spear stabbing in the stomach.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
Doesn't matter.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma?
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
And that's why you're saying things.
Even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Yup.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
Yup.
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
Yup.
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
No.
Are you sticking up for him?
Hell no.
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
No.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right.
I'm guessing this is going to be like the halfway
That's
point
what
right
I
here.
believe.
Aww, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
Fuck off, Mommy.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
Absolute hope can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking.
No, no!
My heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was going to start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was going to happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? How much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough. Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides, the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy, tiny, 1 millimeter bit. How's that? Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We aren't even friends in the first place. Does your older brother let me say this? You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. It's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. What? Well, there may be some demands for that. I totally took the mandate. Okay. Would you like to save your progress? Yes, for fuck's sake, because that was brutal.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Thank you.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
Okay.
Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Okay, here's where things get interesting. So for the most part so far, I think I've been on the right track. There's just been things here and there that have been very hit and miss. So the knife wounds were potentially self-inflicted. We might end up revisiting that, I'm not entirely sure. I still think the cause of death is the poison. But the question is, if the cause of death is the poison, right? Who had access to Nagito's room to get it? And I think the answer is in one of the previous investigations. I have a thought that theoretically what somebody could do is use Monokuma's little spell to unlock any room in any one of the cottages, right? So here's the question. In the first trial, it was Byakuya who died, and it was Nagito and I who explored the room of Byakuya. But who explored the room of what's-her-face, photography girl? I think whoever did that is probably the one who did this. But I can't remember who it was. I know we did. I think someone else did too, though. Fuck. I think it would have been a girl, so I think it was... I don't think it would have beat Akane, because Akane would be... Oh no, Chiaki. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You're one of the only people it could have been. Fuck. Oh no. I think we keep getting closer and closer to finding out that this was Chiaki. Oh no. Who was in the room where Mahiru died? I know Sonia never left. I know Mikan was there because she had to do the autopsy. Peiko was there. And I think Akane was there. So the people who were free to search her room... Shit. I hate to say this, but I think my prediction comes out to it's Chiaki. Oh, don't let it be her. I would be more than happy to be wrong.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Yes, good. Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right?
Nope.
It's not the other wounds, right?
Right.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Yes.
I agree with that.
Let's go.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing.
Yep.
I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
You wouldn't need to. You could inhale
was tied
it.
up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, it's instant
The
acting.
warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
Why?
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible.
Yeah,
Just
it's
kidding.
not.
It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
No, he wasn't.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The answer's written on the warning label? Are we doing a logic dive? Logic dive. Logic dive time? Logic dive time. Hot, hot, hot motherfucker. Hot, hot motherfucker. That was super easy. Ooh. Question 1. Gas. I even jumped into that one. Oh, fuck. Really? Alright, I'm trying to be like super cool and fuck me. And just literally never hit the brakes. But as you can see, that's kind of fuck. God damn it. Actually, it looks like if I can just hold off till right about the end there, I could probably pull that off. Really? That's too far? Okay. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Oh, I can make the jump there. Oh, hey. Hey, fuck. Okay, I figured out how to do this. I just have to learn how to time it, Jesus. Again, learning timing. God damn. Okay. That was amazing. Okay. There we go. See, told you we'd get it. Through his nose. Fuck me. Oh, was that all three? Oh, there was only two.
It's all
Interesting.
coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Exactly.
Breathe that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse,
Why didn't it kill us? The fire.
Crap!
Okay, or maybe it was the sprinklers. Oh right, because the water effect.
I see!
I knew that.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air, breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
There we go.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was it really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. His malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No,
there
that
might have
can't
been
be.
an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, and the one thing that would have been left behind is the meat on the bone.
I see!
The container.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Hold the fuck up. Was one of the fire grenades used as the container for the poison?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
No.
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
You're getting really suspicious. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. It's That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
that's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga.
I hate Monokuma so
Still,
much.
that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
Because if it...
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
Because if they poisoned him... If someone poisoned him, if someone else did it, that's who the killer is.
I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we
Nope.
probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane just said might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison means the thing he used as a container was... Hangman's Gambit. There we go. I'm fucking this up this time. Let's fucking go.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yep.
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
Was it blue aluminum?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime, Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
No, it's not.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
I can prove it with this.
Yes, let's go.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
Yes.
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Yup.
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
And at this point, I would agree. Probably, but something...
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
When the fire grenades were brought, and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison to the same, could that moment be... No. Really?
I see!
When we all threw the grenades.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
Shit, so one of us is the killer and we don't even know it.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? But you said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
It was Nagito.
I see!
It was
placed
Nagito,
in the-
obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Technically it's Akane, but I think it wants
see.
Nagito as the answer.
that was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
To make someone throw the poison.
I see!
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
I literally just told you.
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Wow.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
Wow, this is fucked. I love this case. Best boy died? I mean, I wouldn't say best. I'd probably say damn near worst, but yeah.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Hometown data a little spotty. No worries, dude. I understand.
Huh? Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
Soda was best boy, sorry. Oh, no, Soda's alive.
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death.
Words.
It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end.
Yeah.
However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
Jesus.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm such I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Yeah, no shit.
Giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
It's iffy.
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Chiaki?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Doesn't mean the trial's over, but... even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
The closing argument? Oh, fuck. Alright. Oh. Got it. Okay. 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 Oh, how did he support the spear, not the knife? Got it. Oh, is this it? Got it. There we go. Okay. Last stop. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan, Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nozumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so,
actually made
he
good
made sure
timing.
that only his right hand was free,
Dude,
while his
glad.
remaining arm and legs were tied up.
Once I got on a roll, I think I had most of this figured out. It's just... I didn't expect this to be a suicide. Well, technically, it's still not, is it?
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade.
No, it's assisted suicide, yeah.
He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been
How
tortured.
are we supposed to figure out who it is?
Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades.
Yep.
We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Okay.
In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
That it would
I see!
his talent, luck.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
I believe you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Did you know that? It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it. Oh, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I had used only one bullet, huh? Guess it was just as Monami said, huh? I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder. You had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. I'm still alive, after all. The only good thing about me is how lucky I am. The same thing with the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. Just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. It's not just luck. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student. Enough with the red heart. Someone called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
No, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
The traitor.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan.
Oh, fuck.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after? I see! That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
Won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
It's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
I had on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounded way too unbelievable to have actually happened.
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
No.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Oh no. No, sleepy waifu, no! No!
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Sleepy waifu, no!
It's you?
No, sleepy waifu! No! Say it ain't so!
Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Fuck.
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct.
No.
I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
This is, I mean, this nonsense is, why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
No!
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh? That reaction's so priceless. Dude, I'm so fucked up. Why does it have to be Sleepy Waifu?
Hey, Hajime.
No.
Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you.
Fuck.
I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
Homie, we don't have a choice.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way.
How you doing though, Tech?
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all, 'cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
Do you believe Chiaki's purpose was bad? I don't know. We've been told that the Future Foundation is bad, but we have no evidence to really back that up. We believe that their other name is World Ender, but I don't know that that's true.
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend.
Shut the fuck up, Monami.
I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here. Is that the only way?
Hajime, you stupid face.
Oh, that's the reload button. Shit.
Let's all get along.
Fuck.
I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't
Oh my
lose.
god.
Hajime, you stupid face. open and mix! I'll lower your grades. Disappear! Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grades. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face.
There we go.
Chucky and I aren't best friends.
This is the end!
Nanami's notebook?
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook!
I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happen today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Yeah.
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. Now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Fuck. Fuck. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the dead room today. He's probably panicking because nobody believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to Octagon Place, right? That's where the exit should be. After that, it's extremely emotional. Prepare yourself. I'm not ready. I don't want to see Sleepy Waifu go. I really don't. I'm really fucked up about this right now. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out with this. I can finally get out. I can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki.
No. All of our waifus die.
That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her?
Oh, man.
Was that all a lie too?
Fuck.
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. So with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbook out of her pocket. Oh god, Hajime is losing it. And the others. Dude, I'm not ready. I don't want this. I really do not want this. And without hesitating... Oops, shit, sorry. She swiped the card reader. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
And that's why I suspected her, and I really didn't want it to be her.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the trader's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Not if her own life was at stake.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake. That must be a mistake. Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
No.
Of course not.
I will not believe it. I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor. There is just no way.
Fuck.
But then nobody will be saved.
Oh, homie, I'm like not far from tears myself, honestly.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Damn it!
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew me, when I tried to detonate it.
That's not it.
Monami knew.
Fuck. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word.
Oh, Sonia.
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Oh no.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
Music doesn't play anymore.
If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
panicking pretty badly. I won't have enough words if I counter her right away. Miss...
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
Fuck.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already, you should have said so earlier. I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. So I'm just now telling you for the first time.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
God,
no,
I wish
he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter
Oh, no.
who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little?
Why are you still smiling?
There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone.
Yo, Jack, thank you for the follow. It's a sad night in the bamboo forest, but welcome to the bamboo crew. How you doing? Because I'm sad.
You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Fuck.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
No.
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Chiaki! Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm
I got
happy
depression
that I'm
after
able to
playing
do that.
this. Shit, I don't doubt it. I don't blame you. Fuck. Dude, I'm not happy right now.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Fuck.
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
I know, why can't you have fucking died? Why can't you be the goddamn traitor, you piece of shit? Fuck! I trust the anime is worse? Probably. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. Most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness, but even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. Yeah, don't give me the points. I don't deserve points for this trial. Yeah, no. No, exactly. No, I don't want your fucking points. Just let Chiaki live. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. I'm so sorry, sleepy waifu.
Even so.
Fuck. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komeda's killer is Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Chiaki was a traitor. The fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Don't say that.
Damn it.
Stupid, we're not celebrating at all. Let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
Even though I do not want to believe it, there's no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray.
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the hell? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
Strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. Still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? If we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor. You never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan. Hey, hey Tech, you want my answer? To your question earlier, fuck the Future Foundation. Anyone who is willing to kill off, to put somebody like Chiaki in a spot where she can get killed off like this can go fuck itself and die. I'm not having this shit. I'm so fucking pissed. I am not happy right now.
Like...
Is that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay? Isn't it strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. That's a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Well, I won't give any spoilers.
Yes, indeed.
You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone beside the traitor?
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? To form a plan that only the traitor would survive. That bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well?
It's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki.
Wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey, come on now.
Don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru.
I can't lose.
I cannot lose to Chiaki, just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know that it's a fight I cannot win. I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Fucking get him, Monami.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What is going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like...
No.
I'm not dead. A new one fucking came out. Surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet.
That's...
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey!
Not yet. It's all gonna be
I
destroyed.
won't forgive you.
I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my
I won't
students.
let you.
I will protect them with my life. Monami, you?
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
Many, not that much. Just around... Oh my god. What did you say?
What?
1 million? Ten to the 60th power.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad!
Except I'm not joking. What do you even say anymore? Didn't you see that scene? Well, you're doing this. My clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
Just bluff it. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Hey!
If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
We're not gonna call this magic or something. I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong!
Holy shit, Spooky Lucy Lucifer is dropping back into the chat. How you doing? It's been ages. Did you realize it's physically impossible for that many Monokumas to exist? The world's gravity would change, would it?
There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
How many Monokumas are left to challenge my army of 10? I know. Let's see. We just have a mere 10 more left, right? I know everything. I'm the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
You've had no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know?
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on? Yeah, no shit. I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say
Please
is
listen.
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation? I woke up for a brief moment and I'm going back to sleep soon. No worries. It's nice to see you in the meantime.
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between those two organizations.
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Just leave the talk for later. Because
Yahoo!
punishment's gonna start. No. Just a little more time.
Shing!
Wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. Think about it, you'd know, right? There's no way I'd wait.
I'm sorry.
Let me say goodbye to sleepy waifu. There's nothing else I could say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that,
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment. Special bleeding service.
For Monami, too.
Huh?
Why even Monami? It's just 2-for-1 special. Thank you. Yes, of course. Kill that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore. Also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. Decided to believe in everyone.
You guys.
Sorry about so many things.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone.
Me too, I'm an only child. Nice.
But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of.
My cat is my brother.
'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone.
No.
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true.
Sleepy waifu.
I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Fuck you, Monokuma. Fuck you. I'm livid. Yes, yes, yes. Get the fuck. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Please, please, please make it. Please make it. Please, 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 please. Fuck. Fuck. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask. Before I could say what I needed to say. Chiaki vanished before my eyes. I couldn't even tell her thank you. I had said that. Would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Fuck you, Monokuma. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
Don't say things like that, you grammar Nazi. Well, not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Don't worry about it, there won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them. You're still streaming and so is the 6th Doctor.
Huh?
Does that mean the annoying rabbit is gone as well? All the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We could really leave the island?
I shall now present.
With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you all for your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you'd be setting things up for so another killing happens right now. What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5 like you were emphasizing that part. Does the matter of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
Matters that there are 5 people left?
You.
Planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet. Say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy, and an enemy of the Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No.
We'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey!
A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laugh carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. Laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. By the way, there's no more free times. I hope you maxed all the characters you loved. I did, actually. And you know who I maxed first? Sleepy Waifu. And now she's dead. And now she's dead.
Fuck!
The will to move my body didn't come back, that's why. I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. I burrowed deep into my sheets, as if I were trying to hide. Doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. Is blue highlight spiky haired dude dead? Who? There wasn't a dude with blue spiky hair. I guess Ibuki. Is that who you're talking about? Fuck him and his fiery passion. Talking about this dude? Or were you talking about Nekamaru? Because I like Nekamaru. Red-eye dude. Oh, okay, yeah. No, fucking Gundam. I fucking can't stand him. Day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. Guess it isn't needed anymore. Is everything really gonna end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything gonna end? There's still so much we don't know. There are school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope Speak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, where are we going? To Hope Speak Academy? Hajime will lose it. That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. A place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Hajime will lose it. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. Nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. Suddenly couldn't believe anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, When I left the college, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh Chiaki! Oh sleepy waifu!
See? Well?
One of that message inside the laptop, huh?
Yep.
You're able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial. Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Where's the roof? Hey, you're late. Is it true Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well!
Coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of causality guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
Hurry up and play it. Yeah.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it was just like Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. If everyone but the traitor is watching this video...
How unfortunate.
Then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. No matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final death room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. I was totally surprised, I mean... Each Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. So I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. Shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. Now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. Giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation. He's raising all your hopes, but only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... What a hopeless truth. Who's Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like
now
this?
Then.
Instead of reflecting on the past, let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go. The key to enter that place is the message you saw in the Nezumi Castle.
Well...
Normally you'd need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. Probably left behind by somebody other than Monokuma or Monami. It has nothing to do with me. You guys still think you're not gonna... Random texts have hidden random things inside. Yeah, I know that. Not gonna die. You guys still think you're not gonna die with something? Stop it, stop it, stop it. Don't stop. So my plan came to an end, but I guess it's a nice time to announce it, right? I'll announce the password. 11037. Password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that password to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. This, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. If that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
Nagito's final message. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter the ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. Yeah.
Easy as pie.
Damn right.
I think the others have left already. We should go too. What, are you scared now? Of course not. Let's go. Nothing to worry about since everyone's here.
All right.
Finally, my journal. Punch Monokuma so hard it'll go flying around the world. As long as Coach Nekamara and I are here, we won't lose. Just leave it to us.
There's something wrong with you.
Screwed up till the very end. What was that? Excuse me, crap.
Of course not!
Oh, crappy personally, there's no way we'd ever do that. We're not alone. We're always together, you know? Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin. Somehow it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it.
It's our last chance to get inside. I feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks for the food.
Oh god, Rapist Chef Boyardee's back. I'm gonna let it out. Why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass.
Now's not the time to fuck around.
Master Fuyuhiko.
It's gonna be alright, you don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Let's go forward together.
Shut up.
Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's orders.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
Password, please. Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be fine.
Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
They died.
Hmm? Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world? Gamer's backpack. Oh no, Chiaki's backpack. Alright. And that's where we're gonna end things for tonight. I hate to end it on such a cliffhanger, but I do have to get some sleep. We actually won't be on tomorrow night, unfortunately, because I have to work super early in the morning. So I will be back on... I will be back on Thursday night, and we'll kind of resume our schedule from there. But thank you guys all so much for stopping by, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun. Hopefully you all aren't too sad after seeing what happened to Sleepy Waifu, aka best Dangan Ronpa girl. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead, and I believe Shy is streaming tonight. We're gonna throw it over to him as we usually do. Oops. Might help if I'm like actually on the right part of Twitch to do that. If you guys are still here and you've been entertained by what's going on tonight, consider throwing me a follow. You'll always know when we're live, and hopefully it won't always be this depressing. We do try to have fun. Until next time, though, guys, thank you so much for coming by. And thank you to Tech for the follow tonight. I will catch you guys later. Thank you again so much for coming by. Panda loves you. Good night.